Yo, hey guys, it's poppin'. Jacques Slade here. Back, ooh, that was terrible. Back with another unboxing, and today I've got something really special for you guys. It's a shoe that has earned its nickname for one, but also it's a shoe that has a really crazy inspiration. Like the inspiration for this shoe, the designer that created this shoe, how he put that together with basketball to create this shoe is pretty crazy. Anyway, so let's jump. Actually, you know what? This doesn't feel right. I think we should do this one a little differently. Yeah, we're gonna do this unboxing a little different. Come with me. See, I'm always trying to make these unboxings better for you guys, make them more informative, give you more information. So today, this one just felt a little weird. I feel like I could do more, so I had an idea. So my idea was to take something that inspires me, sneakers, and something that inspired this sneaker, luxury cars, and somehow put those two together in one video. I only knew one person that could make that happen, my buddy Eric. If you follow me on Instagram, you actually saw that I posted that I was going to be in a new short film, and he's the one that wrote this short film. Actually, here's a clip from it right here. Check this out.
So this is it, huh?
This is it.
How's it going?
So make sure you click below in the description. I put a link to that video so you can see the full thing. So make sure you click to check that out. Eric is an actor. He drives all of these fast cars and he has access to a lot of these cars. And so when I was doing the unboxing for this shoe, I knew that I needed to link up with him. For one, so we could see the car that inspired this shoe, but maybe experience that car a little bit as well. So right now I'm headed to Eric to link up with him and show you the shoe in the car that inspired all of this. Let me introduce you to my buddy Eric. This is E-Money.
E-Money, yeah, I like that.
E-Money,
yeah.
E-Money. Eric Valdez, ladies and gentlemen. And he came with a little something, you know what I'm saying?
You know.
Something light,
Well, hold on, let me get him out of the dirt.
Something light. So he came with the Tinkers, which I think is actually appropriate because the shoe that we're going to talk about is the Air Jordan 14. And I know you're a sneakerhead and I know you're into sneakers, but I'm like the sneaker nerd. So like the Air Jordan.
You're the guru.
I'm the guru. Okay, I'll take guru. I'll take guru. The Jordan 14 has 2 zoom bags. Not sure if you knew that.
Okay.
It's inspired by Ferrari, which is a very nice luxury car. And I know you have access to those kind of cars. So,
I do. Yeah.
As I understand, you have a little something for us.
I did, and it doesn't have 2 zoom bags. It has 2 airbags.
Okay.
I actually probably got a lot more than that.
Okay.
But yes, I got a little hint that you were going to be doing something with the Jordan brand sneaker that might have been inspired by a Ferrari of sorts. So I don't own one myself, but I do have friends in high places, and I brought this.
So I'm not a car. I'm just kind of getting into cars now. I know what a Ferrari is. I know what the logo looks like, but I don't know what kind of car this is. Can you break it down for us? And while you do that, I think I'll play some beauty shots of the car. Okay, so go ahead.
I get the vibe of this whole
the vibe.
Montage
Whole montage. So kick the montage and you explain what we're looking at.
So this here is a brand new 2018 Ferrari GTC4 Lusso T. This particular car, the reason I chose this to bring to this shoot is, to me, it actually kind of looks like the shoe. The silhouette is very similar.
Yes.
It's got the same color palette, black, red calipers, the interiors, you know, the Daytona option seats, black with red contrast stitching, etc. And to me, it's kind of the modern day version of the car that originally inspired the shoe. That would have been the Ferrari 550 Maranello. We couldn't get one of those in such short notice, but it's kind of an interesting play on a new GT that Ferrari has here. So this is not their, 488 GTB sports car. This is more of like the family hauler. It seats 4. It's the practical Ferrari.
So I'm about to find out what this car can do. All right. Oh!
So this is the Air Jordan 14, and while I was actually sitting here with Eric, he noticed some details that I didn't notice that were inspired by the Ferrari, and these.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly the same shape as like Ferrari taillights. They're traditionally round, but the material that they use in the back of the shoe there is like a red translucent plastic, which to me I was like, oh, that looks like taillights.
Obviously, the logo, which looks exactly like the Ferrari logo, which you guys have seen, and then it has, these are for the vents, okay? And what exactly do the vents do on a car?
It depends, like on where they're located. So for example, the ones here on this particular car, the Lusso, they're integrated into the fender to release heat in the engine bay and the heat generated from the front brakes.
I think the equivalent of that is when you're playing basketball and you're running up and down the court, they have the vents here, which you can actually see, and it allows the heat from your foot getting hot to come right out. So basically it's the same concept, but Tinker used it on a shoe, which is pretty incredible.
As a car guy, I feel like it has a lot of connections to the sneaker world. And we talked about this a little bit, but like, what is it about cars that you like so much?
I mean, to me, it's very similar to why I like sneakers the way I do, right? Sneakers and cars, they both really serve one purpose, right? You need a pair of sneakers to cover your feet so you don't step on rocks and stuff like that. And you walk in them and you go wherever you're going. That's their purpose.
Right.
Cars take you from point A to point B and get you to run errands. That's their purpose. But why do we buy limited edition shoes? Why do we buy Ferraris like this when they all, for all practical purposes, do the same thing, right?
Right.
It's a form of self-expression. It's an extension of oneself. And it's not, for me, it's never been about the braggadocious side of things. Like, oh yeah, I bought my $1,500 pair of Balenciagas just so I can, jump in my Ferrari that I overspent on and know nothing about, just to be like that ultimate hype beast. It's never been about that for me. It's always been more about why I like something. If you are a race car driver like myself, or even just a big fan of cars, nobody needs a 601 horsepower twin turbo V8, GTC4 Lusso T. Like, nobody needs this car. But the fact of the matter is, when you have the skill set to extract what the car is capable of doing, you gravitate towards that. That said, I don't have the budget to buy this. It's not really mine. So shout out to Ferrari Beverly Hills for letting me borrow it for the day. I'm not gonna
shout out to Ferrari Beverly Hills. We appreciate you guys letting us borrow this car because it goes perfectly with these.
Now, obviously, the design of the shoe looks just like this car. Now, the 550 Maranello doesn't look exactly like this. It's a slanted more in the back as opposed to this one, which has more of this kind of shape.
Right, so this is more of what they call like a shooting brake style. It's like a long roof car, mini wagon, hatchback, whatever you want to call it, which is why it has the same silhouette. The 550 Maranello was more of a traditional coupe. It was sloped in the back. It was a two-seater. This is a four-seater, but again, they weren't doing a car like this back then. The GT version of a Ferrari was the 550 Maranello, so that's where these are like distant cousins. But a lot of the details in there, like, again, we don't have it here to show, but like the leather and the perforation in the leather and everything like that is inspired by the 550 Maranello, and a lot of Ferraris for that matter.
And they even go as far as like tire treads. If you look at the back of your Air Jordan 14s, they actually have like a tire tread that goes down this heel piece, and a little bit as it goes into the herringbone, as it goes into the outsole. Now, just for sports-wise, just to talk sports, this is the shoe that Jordan wore for his very last shot when he was playing for Chicago. It wasn't Jordan's last shot ever. A lot of people misconstrue that and think this is his very last shot. It's not. This was just his last shot when he was playing for Chicago. They were going for their final championship. This shoe he wore for the final game. This shoe wasn't even actually out yet. He wore it for the championship game. It was actually still the season of the Air Jordan 13, but he brought this one out just because he wanted to obviously add a little extra flair, and I imagine he knew that that was going to be the final game. They were down by one, came to the line, made some space, shot the last shot. They ended up winning by one, and the rest is history. So these actually release on the 14th. But enough talking about this shoe. Now I think it's time to get inside this car, and I can match performance on the basketball court with performance on the street. Well, at least we'll try to make them work
Cars
together.
and kicks.
Cars and kicks. Big shout out to Eric. Eric, give them all your information, where they can find you online. Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff.
It's all simple. It's just my name, Eric Valdez, ErikValdez. So that's on the gram, Twitter, Facebook, all over the place.
Yeah, and make sure you check out his short film. It's down in the link below. I got to play a thug because I'm about that life. So make sure you check it. Make sure you check that out. It's a really good film, and it's for a very special moment in his life. I won't give it away, but definitely check it out. It's very cool. All right, let's go get in this car and take a ride.
Not too
All
shabby.
right, not too shabby. That's okay. That's cool. Oh, my heart.
Couple of things. First, if you ever get a chance to ride in a Ferrari, and in particular the one that I was riding, GTC4 Lusso with the V8 aspirated engine, I don't know what he was talking about, but it was an amazing experience, super exhilarating. I've never felt that sort of force inside of a car before, so it was pretty amazing for me. So if you get the opportunity to do it, do it. Second thing, car guys are just like sneaker guys, from the tires to the engine to the paint job. It's the same thing that sneaker guys look for, which makes it so dope when Tinker actually tapped into that luxury sports car market for the design of the Air Jordan 14, pulling things out of there and putting them in the shoe to make the performance of a basketball shoe better. I just think it's a genius way to look at things, and really shows you how the minds of a designer works, pulling things from different parts of the world. And finally, car guys are just like sneakerhead guys, especially when it comes to taking care of their cars. Sneaker guys take care of their sneakers, car guys take care of their cars. And with that being said, I want to give a big shout out to the folks over at Forcefield. As you guys know, I am the global brand ambassador for Forcefield, and they actually sponsored this video and made it possible for me to hook up with Eric, for me to be able to ride in the Ferrari and compare that with the Air Jordan 14. So I want to give a big shout out to them. If you haven't tried it already, definitely give it a try. They have the protector and they have the cleaner, and I use them both personally. That being said, I'm Jacques Slade. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, and thank you for taking this ride with me. See what I did there? Ride, because I was in the car. Get it? I know. You don't have to say it. It's amazing. All right, guys. Peace.